everyone. My name is Michelle Gray with the Minnesota Brain Injury Alliance, and I'm here at the state capitol with a couple fantastic advocates who are here today advocating for the Safe and Supportive Minnesota Schools Act. And I'd like to kick it over to them in just a second to talk about why advocacy is so important, especially for youth with personal stories to become engaged in advocacy and talk about the important issues. Want to make a quick point too that Bridget Siljander is our MC at this year's Disability Day at the Capitol, which is happening on Tuesday, March 18th. And accompanying her is her beautiful daughter, Imani. So Imani and Bridget, could you please give us a little bit of insight onto why advocacy is so important, especially for youth to be involved?
Sure. Well, it is so important for youth and students with disabilities to be involved in advocacy because you have a powerful story to tell, and we need to have your voices represented in the process in democracy. And it is really important to have a chance for legislators to hear you and be educated to understand what is happening with youth with disabilities in Minnesota. So you really do have a lot of power, and you're very much needed at the Capitol as we're trying to pass the Safe and Supportive Minnesota Schools Act. Every voice matters, your story matters, and you can be involved in the process of making changes that are positive for other students with disabilities. So you can be a leader for change.
Yes, it's important for youth to get involved in advocacy because they're the next generation, and youth can use their interests to help others and help themselves. And everyone has a story, and they deserve to be told, and that's why advocacy is important.
And we heard a really good story. Hunter Sargent and his wife Holly were at the rally, and Hunter made a very powerful speech about his bullying experience that still affects him today. So, do you want to talk about what Hunter said?
Well, he talked about how when he was in school, there were kids who would bully him and actually would hit him. And there was actually one point when a kid hit him in the nose, and his nose was bleeding. And years later, a doctor actually told him, well, I think your nose was broken sometime in the past. And Hunter, you could see that it still affects him because he got emotional. So it's definitely important to talk about these kinds of things so we can improve situations for people.
Absolutely. And all of our kids out there need to be safe and feel supported and need to feel like they're included in their school environments. And so by speaking up, you can advocate for yourself, and you can also advocate for others to make your school a safer place for everyone.
Thank you so much. You've heard it from our fellow advocates how important it is to be engaged. We really hope you join us at the Capitol and understand how important your story is in helping us make the positive changes that we need here in our state. So thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you.
Any last words of wisdom for the rally?
Use your voice. You have a lot of power, and your legislators need to hear from you to be more educated. So don't be afraid. Even if you're a little bit nervous, it's okay. We all are. Just get out there and express your story and tell your legislators why they need to pass this bill. See you at the Capitol.